What is up, guys? You know who it is, back with another tutorial on Cryengine. Now first, this tutorial is going to be about roads and water volumes. It's going to be a pretty quick tutorial. There's not really much to cover in this, so without further ado, let's get started. And like I said before, we're using Cryengine 3. I've already discussed why we're going to be using Cryengine 3 and not Cryengine 5. So we're going to go ahead and open that. Find wherever your Cryengine is, open it. I recommend pinning it to the taskbar or making a desktop shortcut. That way you're not having to browse through all your files. So give that a minute to load up. You know, if you ever have any problems or issues, post in the comment section below and I can help you. Okay, we're gonna do new level, test, we're gonna name it that, enter. It's gonna ask us for our, size of the map itself, I believe. Yeah, see, texture dimension. Just gonna put it at 1020 by 1020. Pick high quality. Okay. Now, same thing as before, you'll get prompted with this huge flat terrain, and you can texture it if you want. I'm not going to texture it because we're not focusing on textures right now. So, you see this Objects tab? It's the first tab you see. You're going to go down to Miscellaneous and see where you see Road. You're going to click that. You can come here onto the Project or the Perspective tab. Just going to click and then you'll see this pop up. You just drag it wherever you please. Click. If you want the road to be kind of like a winding road, you're going to want to come to the left and it'll bend a little bit. Click, bend it back, and keep repeating that. Come back around with this. Alright, and then that's that. Alright, so in order to change the material to what you want, you go to the MTL right here, and it'll say no custom material. You just click it, and you go to materials, and you go to roads, and then you basically just pick whatever you want. So I'm just gonna pick forest trail. You're gonna come here to assign item to selected objects, click, and boom. Bada bing, bada boom. You see that your road is now the texture you selected. Okay, so that's for roads. Now we're going to focus on water volumes. And I'll show you here in a second. Alright, so for water volumes, we don't go there. It's area. And you're going to select water volume, but first we're going to actually have to sculpt the land to actually, you know, make like a lake type environment. So with the prior video, you just want to go over to the second tab, modify, and then you can either do flatten or rise and lower. I'm going to do rise and lower. Make sure the radiuses are up. And you can hold control, and then it will lower the terrain. You let go control, it will raise it, but we don't want that. So just make an indent into the ground, and then after that you can just go to flatten coming up. So Control Z to undo that. Make the outside radius a bit. Scale that down, or can we even do that? No, that's for noise. Trying to keep the height as low as possible, that way it doesn't breach this little barrier containing this water down here, because you don't want two entities of water coming through your map. So just lightly hit the mouse, what it looks like. Or once we smooth it, it will go away. So just want to drag it into the shape of your water. Okay. Alright, so I think our lake is going to be something like that. We're just going to want to... This is all preference based. You don't have to do it exactly like I do. And then go to rise and lower. You're just going to want to lower all this. Okay, so I'm going to go to smooth and see what happens. Make the radius bigger, because if not, we'll be here for days smoothing out. Alright, see? Now with a lake, you just don't want it to be like a huge steep, like for instance, let me show you. Alright, bad example, but you just don't want it to be the bank of the lake and then a huge drop down. You want it to be more realistic, like for instance, smooth this. You see how? Don't smooth it right there. Smooth it kind of at the top. But you see how it kind of like slowly eases into the water? You just gotta keep smoothing it. No like lake or pond is just, as soon as you walk into it, you're like balls deep. So you just want to smooth that out. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little lake environment. Now, once you have that all figured out, you just want to go back to the first tab, back to area, and then you select water volume. So this is kind of the same concept as the road. So you just want to select like around the hole you've made. So for instance, this is probably not like gonna be perfect, but it's kind of hard to see with this, but just go from there and then just kind of like trace over the borders of the indent you've made in your map. And you can always scale it. Like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect. You can move it around to make it look good. Alright. So once we have that finished, same thing with the road. Custom materials, and then go down to water volumes. Select whichever one you want. For this, I'm gonna just do water forest, because water forest is a nice smooth type of lake material. So assign that, and then you'll see that we have this water right here. You can adjust the properties, but first I need to adjust the lake itself because it's weird looking at the moment. So we're gonna select and scale, and look, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. So for this instance, we're gonna make it bigger. You see how it cuts off right here? We'll fix that. Alright, so now that you've scaled it up a little bit, just want to drag it over this way. Alright. So that's basically it. You can come over here and change the fog color to what you want. Make it a purple, or make it a light blue. I suggest making it like a kind of like a drag it over to, I'd say, about light blue on the verge of dark blue, and just drag it to wherever it looks good to you. I recommend dragging it all the way down to almost black, like kind of like light bluish in the black. See, hit OK. That kind of looks good. And then you just apply the same thing from the prior tutorials to this, and you can create your own little lake. But I hope this helped, guys. This is just saying. Remember, like, subscribe, comment if you enjoy, and also for further tutorials. I'm out, guys. Peace.